Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. We're going to take our 100-day look at Outlaws of Thunder Junction play booster box sales data off of TCGplayer. But first, we need to talk about the collector box sales data of the same expansion because it really shapes how we should be looking at the play box data. Remember, prior to release on TCGplayer, there was a giant dump sale of the Thunder Junction collector boxes at about $200 each, which was a really great price, especially 2 or 3 weeks before release. And what that ended up doing, what we're going to see in the data when we click over to the play booster boxes, is that it really pulled a lot of the demand out of the play boxes and into the collector boxes and moved it in time also. And so getting over here explicitly to the play booster box sales data off of TCGplayer, through the whole pre-release period and out now to 100 days post-release, it sold 2,669 boxes at a total of $364,000 for an average price of $236 per box, which is improving for a standard expansion play booster box. It's not as high as it needs to be for most, or especially all, card stores to be making a profit selling on these expensive marketplaces, but it's certainly better than Murders at Karlov Manor. And so I'll put that up there as a comparison here, and you can see the red line. The big dump sale prior to Murders coming out was of the play booster boxes, and so you got this giant vertical upwards right here. And so if you were to just take this in a vacuum and not understand that Murders play boxes had a huge sale prior to release, and then when Outlaws was ready to come out, the collector boxes got a huge sale, then you would think that Murders was the more popular set just based on cumulative spend, not understanding what's really going on here. So keep that in mind. Now, what's interesting here, again, the 7-day moving average of prices, you see how far down the red line of Murders came in the same relative time period, how much less popular it was. So I'm going to take Murders off of there, and we're just going to compare to a couple of the more recent standard expansions. And so now that red line is Lost Caverns of Ixalan. You can see it's way above our blue line of Outlaws, which is our lowest one of the four that we've compared here, the four most recent standard expansions. And of course, for the ones before Outlaws, since we've pulled Murders off of here, these are set booster box sales data that we're looking at now. Just set, not draft, but if we added draft, we could probably increase the height of these lines another 20 to 25%. So the red line, Lost Caverns, yellow line is Wilds of Eldraine, and the purple line is March of the Machines. So again, this would make it appear, just based on the cumulative spend data, that Outlaws of Thunder Junction was the least popular of all of these. But again, it had a lot of the potential sales of play boxes moved to the left in time and moved over into collector boxes due to the big dump sale prior to release on TCGplayer. So this is kind of a lesson in how you need to always be aware of what the caveats of your data sources are, what the histories of them are, and how to apply those to your analyses so that you don't draw the wrong conclusions. I'll have one last look at these Outlaws play box sales data at 150 days post-release. Hit subscribe to get that. Thanks to everyone who makes this content possible, especially my very generous supporters on Patreon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.